For me, 2023 is proven to be the year of old school, and I am loving every minute of it. So far I've been to the New Edition concert where Tank, Keith Sweat, Guy all performed, and I had a phenomenal time. I went to the Force concert where LL Cool J, Rakim, The Roots, Juvenile performed, and it was phenomenal. I had such a good time. There is nothing like old school music. And then Saturday, I went to see Adele Givens perform at the Comedy Zone. And when I tell you, I knew she was not going to disappoint. I was excited. I could not wait. And she was hilarious from the moment she stepped on stage. The thing that I am loving about comedians, especially old school comedians like a Samore or Lunel, what's his name? Earthquake. Old school comedians like that is, back in the day, they talked about things that, we could really relate to, and they were funny back then. But now they're talking about the changes that have gone on in our lives, in our bodies, being older, being more seasoned, and they are just so on point. They talk about being parents, about just trying to be relevant and hearing the things that are going on, but not really understanding why do you say that. And so Adele was so funny. If she comes anywhere near you, I highly recommend that you check her out. But you know what? I'm wondering, what is old school going to look like for my children, for your children, for that generation that are in their early to mid 20s? What is that going to look like? Because who they're listening to now, I can't imagine them evolving and being just as relevant 20, 30 years from now, and having a sound that they still want to hear, saying things that everyone really gets, because their lifestyles are so different. So to me, within 10 years they're going to sizzle out. And when you are in any career, you don't want to sizzle out after 10 years, because unless it's sports, because you can't do what you do because of your body for long. But when you're talking about using your voice and things like that to sing or to tell jokes, you should be able to do that for generations and remain relevant. And I don't think that these new entertainers are considering the future, and they really should, because they're still, people are still going to want to hear from them. I mean, I can't imagine my children not wanting to hear from the people that they are listening to now later. But if they can't evolve, if they can't be flexible and really grow, then I don't see how they're going to be relevant. But I'm so happy that the people that I've listened to along the way growing up, just continue to evolve and develop their craft. And even with the old school music, their music is still relevant. Their music still sounds good to this day. I wonder what some of the new era musicians or rappers or singers, what is their songs going to sound like? The songs right now that they play, I wonder what those songs are going to sound like in 20, 30 years from now. Listen, listen to Casey and JoJo. What? That's still relevant. Listening to a Keith Sweat song, still relevant. All the old school, even from the 50s and 60s, Supremes and the Temptations, still relevant. But do you think, I'm asking you this question, do you think that the new school artists that are out right now, that their songs, now I know there's a few that are going to be the exception, but overall, do you think that their music is still going to be relevant, where 30 years later, the children or the young adults that are listening to them are going to clamor to go to concerts, to hear them perform, to hear their jokes that are current now? Do you think that they are going to do that? Like, I mean, I know that DC Young Fly, or unfortunately the mother of his children passed away. I know he's a comedian. Do you think that he's going to evolve? He may. I'm not saying he's not, but think about comedians like that, the ones that are on Wild 'N Out. Do you think that their comedy is going to evolve 30 years from now, where they're going to go on stage and have a packed room and make everyone laugh from the beginning to the end? Unfortunately, I don't think so, but it's not up to me. Tell me, what are your thoughts? Anyway, I hope you make it a great day. This is the first day of the week. Monday's always a day that you can really recharge and restart and just do it right. Do it better this week. All right, everyone, until we speak again, stay safe. I am Coach Sherry.